So after having leveled both the Beryl 7.62 and the M416 to max level, two of my favorite weapons in World War III, I figured why not go through the entire list of assault rifles, starting with the base one, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go back to the MSBS-K. It was so bad. But turns out I was actually wrong about the MSBS-K. So this weapon actually only does a little bit less damage than the Beryl 7.62 with a faster fire rate, and has both higher damage and a higher rate of fire than the M416. Now the one thing that really deterred me from using this weapon at first is the iron sights, but once you get past that initial slog of really poor sight picture and you finally unlock something for the backpack or a collimator to attach to this weapon, it is very, very good. Now, it's not all that great for range. It doesn't have single fire, so you can only have it in fully auto and burst is not all that great even for range. So I would strongly suggest using this weapon more in close to medium range engagements, and that's exactly how I ended up using this weapon, and I even modded it in such a way that it makes it even better at close quarter engagements. So by now, if you don't know, I do enjoy playing close in the action, so I put the compact barrel on here. Now I'm only about halfway through leveling this weapon, so I put the compact barrel on here, increasing the close range damage because I really wasn't going to use this weapon at medium to long range, unlike the Beryl. Even though the Beryl with a compact barrel, you can still do really well with it at range when you put it on single fire, but I digress. So I put the compact barrel on here because it is just a powerhouse in close quarter engagements. It does, as I said, just a little bit less damage than the Beryl, but it does also have a faster fire rate. So for the optics here, once I unlock this fast fire open red dot sight, that's what I equipped. I also have the 30 round magazine with a puller, so just increasing the reload speed, spare mag of FMJ, an ANPQ-15. The reason being, I'm using this in close quarter engagements. I want to be able to ADS quickly, and this attachment does increase or decrease the ADS time by 20%, which is very nice. So those are the 5 attachments I have on here. I kept the default muzzle because the backpack suppressor is so freaking good. It offers obviously suppression and also negative 10% horizontal recoil with only increasing the sway. So if we go back to the backpack here, only increasing the sway and reducing the muzzle velocity. But again, I'm not using this weapon at long range engagements, so it seems pretty fair to have these trade-offs for a reduction of 10% in horizontal recoil, considering that I'm going to be fighting people close anyways, so the reduction in muzzle velocity really doesn't change or affect me all that much. Now, if you really wanted to max out the attachments on this weapon, you could also put an underbarrel on here, and instead of having the fast fire optic, so you could put an underbarrel on here and then use the backpack sight. So if we go to the backpack here, the SPD reflex sight, a very good sight, has the same cons as any other collimators or like red dot sights. Very, very good. The MSBSK, man, I was having some insane games with this weapon, and I can't believe that when I started playing World War III again after obviously a long hiatus because it initially released in 2018, I was using this weapon. I was like, oh my god, it's so bad. The beginner weapon's so bad. And now going back to it, I'm like, holy shit, it's actually pretty freaking good. And I think this is the case for most of the weapons in World War III. Once you start getting used to them, every weapon can potentially be good if you learn how to use it properly and play with the strengths. And that is, I think, the case for the MSBSK. That name is a mouthful, by the way. So at first I was like, god, this weapon's so bad. But now with hindsight, and obviously with more hours in the game, in the past couple of months than in the past couple of years, you know, using this weapon, I was like, holy shit, it's actually really, really good. And I can't wait to go through the entire list of ARs and give like the G36E a try and the M4 and max all of those weapons and customize them to play to their strengths. But anyways, MSBSK, a pretty good weapon. Like, not my favorite, but it's definitely got its strength, and you can definitely put in some crazy kills and a crazy amount of damage with this thing in close quarter engagements. Give it a try. Not the best for long range because it doesn't have single fire, and recoil obviously in World War III is pretty substantial, and you need to learn to control it, and it can get very daunting at range when trying to use this. And you can't really tap fire it on full auto because that first shot recoil is insane, and it's just going to be jumping all over the place. But using this weapon for close quarter engagements and rushing people, you're gonna have a hell of a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I'm gonna work on maxing out this weapon, and then maybe let me know in the comment section down below which weapon you think I should work on next. But anyways, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.